Hello everyone, I'm D-Mind, the mind of one and all, and welcome back to another episode of An Octave Higher. So in the last episode, let's see, we got some Fran's backstory and then we play as Frederick. Yeah, Frederick. We now learn what Frederick has been doing after all these years. It seems he stopped playing sorcerer and not joined the police. Like, he's now working with the police. Yeah, to arrest Libertad and other pros. So, yeah, now at least, and everyone is here gathered discussing about Libertad. And at least Rita and Franz and Frederick, everyone seems to want to go and stop Libertad, it seems. Okay, Rita's face is set. She won't take no for an answer. Yep. Rita? Well, if you die, it's not my problem. Janice, I need her for Friday's presentation. Ah, yes, of course. Geez, fine. Wolf shakes her head slowly. I'll make sure she can at least still speak when she gets back. How will I meet Amadeus? Okay, here's the plan. You ask around in the post district until you find a Libertad member. Then ask him to convey a message to Amadeus saying that you want to join Libertad. Amadeus will find you again for sure. We'll ambush and catch him then. I see. Alright. Oh, you're gonna betray Franz. Oh man, Franz not gonna be happy. Did you think you can do that, little lady? Yeah. Good. I really wonder if I chose to join Libertad with Elise, would she not bring it up to Janice Wolf and the police? We all go to a pros district not far from here, the abandoned factory where Elise had talked with Amadeus last night. Elise walks alone, at times stopping to ask people if they know about Libertad. Of course they do. And where she may find a Libertad. No one seems to have a definitive answer for her. Wolf, Rita and I tail Elise from a good distance, closely watching her and her surroundings for any signs of trouble. She's our bait, and we are lost without her. After wandering the streets and interrogating pros for close to an hour, Elise finds a man who seems to be a Libertad. Excuse me sir, are you a Libertad? The man returns Elise's questions with quiet glare. I don't like that glare, so I slowly raise my magic power, getting ready to attack the Libertad if he dares try anything funny. I feel Rita doing the same, but then Wolf looks at us and shakes her head. You're a Libertad, aren't you? What if I am? When the Libertad finally speaks, he does so with a hostile tone. I have a message for your leader Amadeus. Our big brother doesn't want any message from a little bourgeoisie like... Wait, what is your name? Elise. Elise? Oh, well in that case. Amadeus will meet you after sundown, same place as yesterday. That's all he had to say. The Libertad leaves afterwards. Once he is outside, we approach Elise. Same place as yesterday means... the abandoned factory. Instead of sending Amadeus a message, we receive a message from him instead. I don't like this. Why? He's expecting us. We could be walking into this trap. Well, he's expecting Elise, not them all, but he could... I don't know, maybe he could have expected them all. I mean, he did realize that Elise was gonna say no, right? Can't you guys handle a trap? Of course we can. We're dragoons, lady. Then you can do it without Elise. Let's go home. No, Amadeus will wait until he sees Elise before showing himself. We can't keep Elise safe. All we have to do is make sure there's no trap, right? There's still a few hours before sundown. Let's go to the factory now and examine the meeting place. Yes, that's what we'll do. If something isn't right, we'll pull out of there. I also have a dragoon be a lookout. If Amadeus doesn't come alone, we'll abort the operation. Oh. Abort it if she doesn't come alone. That okay with you, princess? Okay, I guess. Good. I'll gather some good dragoons. You guys get yourself to the factory and wait for me. Alright. Okay, let's go to the factory. Not you. Huh? Amadeus will get suspicious if he never sees you. If he never sees you arrive. You go after sundown. Oh. Okay. Elise. Don't look at me that way, Elise. Her facial expression looks kind of funny actually. This this figure of the way they drew her face right now. Alice looks at me but doesn't say anything. Ouch. That's gotta hurt, Frederick. Don't worry, I'll protect you no matter what, I promise. She looks away again without another word. Following Wolf's instruction, Narita and I go to the factory where Alice and Amadeus will be meeting tonight and wait for Wolf and her dragoons to arrive. As usual, the engineer woman and I don't talk with each other. Like Alice, she hates me for cutting Franz's hands off. But I don't care what she thinks, so I let the silence hang between us while we're waiting for Wolf. You're still a terrible person, Frederick. And then 6 figures descend from the sky. Oh, all these are dragoons, huh? 5 dragoons, each mounting his one-seated carriage, and their fearless commander. A dragoon doesn't need a magic spell to stupefy his enemy, for the sight of a dragoon atop his flying chair is enough to make anyone tremble in his boots. Wouldn't the Libertans notice dragoon units, like you said, the whole chair thing, and a man would tremble in his boots? Wouldn't Libertan see this and report it, like, hey, we noticed the dragoon unit around the Poles district? And then Franz will get suspicious? Alright, the lead of the leads, the most venerated special forces unit in Overture police force. Every Overturian boy has dreamt of sitting on that floating throne. Sorry to keep you waiting. I only brought 5 for my boys cause I don't want us to attract too much attention. We'll have to hide ourselves inside the factory too. But have no worries, they're more than enough to waste an Amadeus, no matter how bad that son of a witch is. Glancing behind, the commander says, "Let's get to work, boys." We go inside the factory building where Alice and Amadeus had met yesterday and examine the place. The dragoons roam the factory in their carriages, looking over every crook and cranny to make sure that Amadeus hasn't set any traps. We go inside every room and make sure they're all empty. We even pick inside the furnaces. They're all empty, just large hollow cylindrical spaces. The only indication of the things ever having been used are the layers of ash resting on the bottom. We check the broken pieces of factory equipment, but here too we find nothing unusual. Did you find anything? No. Or anyone? None either. I didn't find anything either. Good. Now we hide and wait until he comes. The dragoons hide their carriages and somewhere outside the building, and we turn on foot. One of them stays outside. Should he see Amadeus arriving with other Libertans, he signals us and we abort the operation. Another dragoon is stationed near a different exit at the back. We don't want anyone to enter the building without us knowing. The other dragoons scatter themselves from height and find hiding places around the assembly line. What? Okay. Wolf, Rita and I do the same. Okay, so you are hiding. Except Elise, of course. We make sure that there is no one besides us. Here, we only leave the main entrance open for Amadeus to walk in. If he doesn't come alone, we'll know. Okay, and how are you gonna escape? Is there multiple entrances? I mean, a factory should have multiple entrances, but you said the main entrance. Oh well. Wolf, Rita, 5 dragoons, and myself. Not even the leader of Libertad would be strong enough to defeat all of us by himself. We're ready to ambush Amadeus. Thoughts? It's after sundown. We wait. Someone is coming. It's Elise. It's Elise. She's arrived before Amadeus, just as planned. She stops and looks out the factory building. Her gaze, which reaches far beyond the entrance, is that of a strong woman, but a hint of anxiety is apparent on her pretty face. Is she scared? Not long after, someone else arrives. Amadeus, the mighty leader of Libertad. I've heard witnesses describe how this person looks. I've heard from Elise that he wears a cloak. I've also heard that most of his face is covered by a hood. But he doesn't look anything like how I imagine him. He looks frail. Is he really the Libertad leader whom everyone fears? Is he really that strong? He doesn't look all that great. Theodore Hendricks looked more like a fighter. But Amadeus could be hiding his power. I can't imagine how by looking at him. Elise, I knew you'd be looking for me. Are you ready to give me your answer? Elise stares at Amadeus quietly, then her face projects her disquiet. Poor girl. Standing so close to the leader of Libertad must be a terrifying experience for her. No. No? No. Then why have you come here? Don't you want to join Libertad? Don't you want to liberate the people? Aren't you here because you believe in me? No. No? Elise? Run. What? Oh, at least you regretted the decision. Run. Leave this factory. Get him now! The Dragoons commander, sudden shout, her voice almost a shriek, signals her troops to come out of their hiding place and move with inhuman speed to Amadeus. I see. Is this your answer, Elise? Pity. The Dragoons are quickly closing in to surround Amadeus, but out of nowhere. Intelligence, emphasize your intelligence, summon willpower. Wow. A rapidly rising tide appears and water comes flooding at the Dragoons in raging waves, its forcefulness intensified by a furious throbbing of the earth. It is at the Dragoons. So someone is attacking the Dragoons, but I thought he came alone. Maybe Jixiang was hiding after all and we just couldn't find him. The tsunami is so big and violent sweeps through the unsuspecting Dragoons. Even they are immersed in water, however the Dragoons don't lose their calm. They expel raw mana from their body, which at first materializes as an inch-thick translucent layer that coats their skin but then quickly expands into a spherical barrier, pushing the surrounding water away. The barrier makes it look as if each one of them were trapped in an air bubble. One of the Dragoons swims with inhuman speed to a wall and presses his hand on it. The wall explodes, leaving a large hole through which the flood rushes out. The Dragoons are quickly back on their feet. But when the Amadeus cast the tsunami, I didn't see him do anything at all. I don't have to wonder long, it wasn't Amadeus who did it. A dusky-skinned man stands not far from the Dragoons, a beastly magical aura radiating from his huge frame. I remember him. This is the foreign magician who Wolf defeated 5 years ago at Mission de Beauvoir. Jixiang Alishabana. Janice Wolf, we meet again. How'd you get inside the building? We don't have to wonder long about that either. Oh, it seems all the pros Libertad were hiding, seems. The legions of Libertans rush out of the furnaces. There are many dozens of them, and more are still coming. How do you not find them? As soon as they come out, they move in teams of 5 or 6 and launch an assault on the Dragoons. How can this be happening? We made sure the furnaces were empty. Alright, so we see Fedric taking on 2 guys here. And then Jixiang and Janice is fighting over there. And then the rest are just other Libertans and the Dragoons. Teleportation magic? Magic portal? Impossible. We wouldn't need omnibuses if we had such convenient things. There are now close to 50 Libertans. The 5 Dragoons are vastly outnumbered. Each one of them is up against 2 Libertad teams. The Libertad employ an interesting tactic. 2 members in each team do nothing but wait until their opponent unleashes a magic attack, then defend against the attack. So if the Dragoon shows a fireball, one will douse it with water and the other will blow it away with wind. If the Dragoon summons a gale of wind, they will erect 1 or 2 walls of rock to block it. These 2 defenders never possess the same magical traits. If one is gifted in courage and faith, the other is gifted in willpower and intelligence. That way they have complete arsenal of elemental magic spells. The 3rd member does nothing but heal his friends, or if none of them are hurt, energize them. The rest of the team keep bombarding the enemy with magic attacks, never worrying about blocking or avoiding their opponent's attack. Yep, the same strategy. It's a wonder how the Dragoons aren't instantly beaten. Given the situation, I guess it's a testament to the Dragoons' combat skills. But they aren't winning either. Meanwhile, in what seems like a rematch of the duel 5 years ago, Wolf is fighting the burly Easterner she calls Jixiang. Both of them are crazy strong. I look back at Amadeus, who is still standing in front of Elise. Elise, I got to save Elise. I break into a dash, but a team of Libertans intercepts and attack. I dodge their magic and keep running. Uh-oh, you're gonna confront with Franz. Amadeus! Elise, I'm disappointed. We could have accomplished so much together, but now it has come to this. Disappointed? You planned this! I did, but I was hoping we wouldn't have to execute the plan. We'll capture you, Amadeus. With a frustrated grunt, Elise straightens her right arm at Amadeus, her courage burns. Summon! But Franz can't use magic. An inferno erupts from her hand. I've heard that Elise had used to handle a furnace when she was still working in a factory, so I shouldn't be surprised, but her fire is really strong. Though apparently not strong enough. Before I can reach Amadeus, the fire is blown away by a blast of wind. Amadeus, are you alright? From where the wind was blowing, the woman is standing, ready to fight. I don't think I've seen her before. No, maybe I have, but I can't remember where and when. I don't think you have seen Jude at all. Ever. Only Franz has. And of course Elise. The woman turns to Elise and exclaims, I won't let you. But then she abruptly stops. And Elise is also shocked. But Elise looks happy, kind of. Or, well, not that shocked, basically. Elise seems to be just as surprised when she looks at the woman. The two women stare at each other with wide eyes. No sound escaped their mouths. What? Why? Elise? Both women are in fighting stance, both ready to cast a spell, but neither makes a move. They've been rendered speechless and motionless, as though petrified and bound by magic. Finally, someone attacks. Dozens of small rocks rain into the Libertad woman, but she quickly jumps away. Arita. Elise, I'll help you. Arita! I'll get them. Hey, where's Amadeus? Huh? Taking advantage of the chaos, Amadeus has disappeared. Shit, I can't let Amadeus escape. I'm slowly working my way to Elise, but I'm slowed down by all these Libertad bastards. Arita, I'll go catch Amadeus. What? Elise, wait! Arita gets ready to follow Elise, but then... the Libertad woman attacks her. Damn. Are you gonna give me a choice to go after Elise or help Arita? Amadeus is still running. Elise is chasing him. Stop! You can't run anywhere. Amadeus doesn't stop. He keeps running. His destination is a furnace. He enters the furnace through an opening at the bottom. If the factory was still operational, this would be the same opening through which a worker would send his fire. What is Amadeus, stupid? He'll be trapped inside. There's a trapdoor in there. Elise follows him into the furnace. Shit, I've got to save Elise before Amadeus does something to her. Alright, you're not gonna give me the choice, you just run into. It seems I'm not the only one who's panicking after seeing Amadeus and Elise enter the furnace. After unleashing another powerful attack on Wolf, Ji-Xiang quickly runs after Amadeus. Wolf tries to chase him, but she's quickly surrounded by about 20 Libertans. The commander might be super strong, but many Libertans prove quite problematic even for her. On the other hand, because so many Libertans have turned their attention to Wolf, I'm suddenly free to pursue my target. Summon courage. I cast fire to distract the few Libertans who are still fighting me and rush after Amadeus and Elise. Ji-Xiang reaches the furnace before I do. Oh damn. As soon as I enter the furnace, I finally understand how the trap was set. Amadeus, Elise and Ji-Xiang have vanished. No, there is no magic portal here. But the ash on the floor has been scattered all over, revealing an open trapdoor and a ladder. Yep. I guess that's much. No time to think it over. I quickly descend the ladder to a dark and muddy underground tunnel and chase Elise, who in turn is chasing Amadeus. And who in turn is also being chased by Ji-Xiang. Between me and Elise is Ji-Xiang, who is also in pursuit, sprinting with a speed unnatural for his size. I can't let that bastard catch Elise. The tunnel gets brighter. Amadeus and Elise have almost reached the end of it. Amadeus... Frederick, you're gonna get caught, aren't you? We exit the tunnel and suddenly we're in the alleyway. Amadeus! Elise, do forgive me, but I've never had much experience of being chased around by girls. I hope I haven't disappointed you. Give yourself up, Amadeus. Stop terrorizing people. Elise, must we go through this again? Amadeus, are you okay? Yes, I am. Elise, get away from them. I position myself in front of Elise, trying to shield her from the two Libertad bosses. Frederick. Ah, Frederick Godwin. Uh-oh. Francis isn't gonna let you get away. Like, at least America is gonna let them get away, but he's not gonna let you get away. Amadeus pronounces my name slowly, articulating each syllable carefully, as if he was savoring it. How does he know me? That eye that isn't covered by the hood stares at me menacingly. Why are you here, my lord? Since when do you concern yourself with anything outside your little aristocratic world? My lord? I'm here to take you and your little terrorist buddies down, asshole. Come on, fight me like a man one-on-one. Fight like a man? Fight like a man. What's so funny? Do forgive me, there are no men here except Ji-hyun. I only see a woman and a coward. Very funny, so you pay for that. Unfortunately, Godwin, you can't fight Amadeus without beating me first. Not a problem, works for me. You can't, you know how crazy strong Ji-hyun is. Ji-hyun, Lady Elise, look at you. You're a real lady now. Am I? Stay away, young lady. If you're not going to fight as one of us in Libertad, you shouldn't involve yourself in this war at all. Why? Because I'm a lady? Well, because I do not want to hurt you. Is that a threat? A warning. Warning noted. I'll be careful, Ji-hyun. So you still fight after all? Yes. Thus, we've all gone silent, the calm before the storm. Amadeus must have a lot more confidence in his lieutenant fighting prowess. He's positioned himself some distance between the foreign mage. I've battled many magicians, big and small. Sometimes I face men whose bodies are huge, yet aren't really all that strong. They may be muscular, but their muscles are for beauty rather than for strength. But Ji-hyun isn't one of those guys. He is solid. His body won't move an inch unless he himself wills it to. I've been preparing myself to fight the Libertad leader, but now that I'm facing Ji-hyun, I'm beginning to have doubts. Can I beat this man who almost defeated the Dragoon's commander 5 years ago? Can I beat this man who almost single-handedly drowned 5 dragoons in the tsunami? I'm not sure I could even beat a Dragoon at this point. A cold rush passes through me as I remember Ji-hyun and Wolf's battle 5 years ago. I blink away those memories, they won't help me here. You can't win. There's no way I can win. This monster is going to destroy me. Should I just run? No. I can't run, not when Elise is here. I promised Elise that I'll protect her. I have to do that no matter what. I'll protect her with my life if I have to. And so I leap forward. Summon. Willpower. I try to slay the monster with earth magic. Not gonna happen. But he jumps back and easily avoids the heavy downpour of rocks. Yep. As the muscular man gets ready to cast his own spell, I steady myself to prepare my defense. But then I feel courageous aura coming from behind me. Elise's magic power is even greater now than when she fired at Amadeus inside the plant. Ji-hyun, be careful, Elise's fire is very strong. The warning from his leader prompts Ji-hyun to abort his attack and assume a defensive stand. Summon! Elise sends scorching flames of fire raging towards the beastly Libertad. And he shoots himself. But the fire melts only the magic barrier. Ji-hyun's body is untouched. With the fire gone, Ji-hyun shifts his attention back to me. He moves with lightning speed and before I know it, he's already right in front of me. Shit! It's too late to move away from the beast. I don't even know what spell he's going to cast. The only thing I can do is generate a barrier on my body. Ji-hyun casts his spell. Summon intelligence and nullify courage. She freezes you. My body along with the barrier is encased in a freezing block of ice. If my barrier had come just a second late, all the blood in my body would be frozen solid now. I fall to the floor shivering and quivering in a deathly cold temperature. Ji-hyun leaves me and immediately charges towards Elise. Elise! Seeing the beast approaching fast, Elise mutters her courage. No, Elise! I want to rise to my feet and save Elise, but my body won't obey. Ah! Exerting all my strength, I lift a hand and aim it at Ji-hyun who is now nearing Elise. Are you gonna amplify willpower yet again? I cast the only spell I can easily use from this distance. Oh, summon courage. A fireball shoots out of my hand and flies towards my opponent. He's gonna dodge it and hit Elise maybe? Sensing the incoming fireball, Ji-hyun turns around and prepares to defend. Oh, no. But then Amadeus shouts to him. Jixiang, ignore it. What? Without questioning his leader's instruction, Jixiang turns his attention back to Elise. He continues shooting towards her, but my fireball is faster. It's not enough to burn him because he's weak, right? Ugh. The fireball hits the man's monstrous back and engulfs him in flames. Then the fireball disappears. Jixiang doesn't stop. A mere second later, he gets close to it enough to Elise to unleash his attack. Summon willpower. Oh. Ah! Screams from the rocks that mercilessly crash onto Elise's delicate body were terrible. Unable to endure the attack, she collapses to the ground. Elise! My body is still tormented by the freezing cold, but I get up. I get up and run to Elise. Each step hurts, but I run. Jixiang has stopped. He just stands here quietly, but when I run past him, he doesn't move to stop me. Oh damn! Elise! Elise, are you okay? No, she doesn't look okay at all. The sharp rock's edges have cut her up pretty good. She's bleeding badly, and she can't move her limbs. They are probably broken. No. No, Elise. You can use compassion magic. This can't be happening, I promise you. Wasn't I supposed to protect her? How could I let this happen to Elise? Fuck. Fuck the shit. Fuck me. I'm sorry, Elise, I'm sorry. She looks up at me, her breathing hard and heavy. With some difficulty, she opens her lips. Her teeth are stained with blood, and her soft voice speaks to me. Why are you crying, Frederick? Crying? I touch my right cheek. It's wet. I move my hand up to my right eye. It's even wetter. I'm crying, it's true. Elise. What should I do? Elise is dying and there's not a thing I can do. Frederick. No, there is something I can do. I wipe my tears away with my hands. Yep, I knew it! I knew at one point you're gonna have to use that compassion magic. You're gonna be forced to. Not forced to, you're gonna have to. And then you might get a newfound appreciation for compassion? Or not, I don't know. I can't cry, there's no time for something so selfish. I've got to protect Elise. I take her hand and hold them. I can close my eyes. There's something I can do, something I haven't done in a long time. But I will do it for her. I don't remember when I last used this magic, 13, 14 years ago. It's feminine magic. It's a lame magical trait. Oh come on. My friends always laughed at me when I told them what traits I was gifted in. I became a joke. Someone gifted in compassion dreamed of becoming a strong fighter when he grew up. I should just be a nurse, they said. I agree with them. I am ashamed of having this magical trait. Compassion? What the fuck is that? The only magical trait that befits a man like me are courage and willpower. Well, faith and intelligence aren't too bad. But neither courage nor willpower will save Elise's life. Only compassion will. And it's within my power. Transform, amplify. Oh wow. I always hit perfect health, but you pretty much healed most of her wounds. Elise, how are you feeling? Elise looks down at her own body, her eyes glance about, looking at the spots where her wounds had been. I'm completely healed. She lifts her head again and eyes me questioningly. Frederick, how did you... it's revive. You know, it's the spell one uses when... No, I mean, how were you able to cast that? Well, it's not impossible, right? I mean, like Janice Wolf and Jixiang, they are able to cast all magic traits. Like, I've seen Jixiang cast Compassion, Wind, Earth, Fire, and Water, so why not? Learn more than 2. I know they're only gifted in 2. That means they are best suited to 2 trait, but it's not impossible. But I guess casting Revive is gonna take... You're either gifted in or you're really skilled in magic to be able to cast Revive when you're not gifted in it. Compassion. I've always been able to cast Compassion magic spells. I'm gifted in Compassion. I never knew that. That's because I've been hiding it. I've been pretending that I was gifted in Courage instead of Compassion. Why? Because it's embarrassing. This trait doesn't suit me at all. Oh, so that's what you meant. What I meant? When we first met, you said Compassion suits me because I'm a girl. I might have said something like that. So was it embarrassing? Healing me, I mean? No. I'm glad you're here. I didn't care. I only wanted to save you. You're more important than my pride. Oh, shitting on the smooth, Frederick. You're still a bastard though. I mean, you chopped off. You're so nice to Elise, and you're like pathetic fool in love, but to everyone else, you're like, I don't care. Janice Wolf, that whore. Arita, I don't care. My father, fuck him. Franz, that bitch. Ji-Hyang, oh, I don't care. You don't care about anything. Except for, like, Elise. Like, oh, Frederick. Perhaps you tend to become nicer in the future. I know. I tried to look away, I can't meet Elise's eyes. Thank you, Frederick. And now I can't look away. There it is on her face, the warmest, kindest, and the most beautiful smile I've ever seen. I've even seen Ellie smile many times. I've seen Ellie smile many times, most of them not for me, but none have ever been this beautiful. It's a smile of genuine happiness. So, did Amadeus just run away, or is he and Ji-Hyang just standing there? Seeing her so happy makes me happy too. This is the smile I wished to see 5 years ago, and have wished to see ever since. In the end, it is the trait that I so strongly reject that gives me the happiness I so desire. How ironic. Called it. Super called it. But I think this is a good place to end it. So, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at DMindGaming if you have enjoyed. And I hope to see you again in the next episode.